Now, India's Foreign Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, is all set to visit Iran for the oath-taking ceremony of President-elect Ebrahim Raisi. This is the Foreign Minister's second visit to Tehran in a month. Now, the oath-taking ceremony will take place on the 5th of August, with heads of states and foreign ministers attending the event. Jaishankar was the first foreign minister to meet Raisi after he won the Iranian presidential elections. For decades, India and Iran have enjoyed friendly relations. The two countries even shared a border until 1947. Now, besides the geographic proximity, they have a lot in common. Tehran and New Delhi share history, culture, and bilateral trade and economic linkages, but things have not always been rosy. Although several factors account for this failure, the biggest is the prevailing hostility between the US and Iran. Throughout the Cold War era, Tehran and Washington were close allies, but the situation changed in 1979 with the Islamic Revolution. Since then, New Delhi has been walking a tightrope. Its principle of non-alignment has allowed it to maintain relations with Iran. For India, it is a crucial one, fueled by Tehran's supply of energy resources. But the pandemic has ushered in a new era of relations. India helped deliver PPE kits and COVID relief to Iran, and Iran also received a shipment of 150,000 doses of Covaxin, India's indigenous jab. Now, the two countries have been working on the Chabahar Port project, which has been the key pillar of connectivity between the nations. The port provides connectivity to Afghanistan and Central Asia. It will also be a part of the North-South International Transport Corridor that connects Mumbai with Moscow. Now, the key focus of the earlier visit was the Afghan peace process and the cooperation between India and Iran on the same. For both India and Iran, there is a lot at stake in Afghanistan. The rise of the Taliban now puts both their investments and people at risk. Now, WION's principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal, is joining us live for more on this. Good evening to you, Siddhant. Please take us through the significance of this visit.
Well, Alison, it's a very, very significant visit in terms of the Indian External Affairs Minister participating in the oath-taking ceremony of the next president of Iran. 115 officials from 73 countries will be participating. This includes 10 heads of state, 11 foreign ministers, and approximately 20 speaker of parliaments. And remember, last month as well, the Indian External Affairs Minister was in Iran while he was going to Moscow, and during that time he became the first foreign minister to call on the president-elect of Iran. That shows the signal or the reach out from New Delhi at a time when, of course, we have seen the pressure when it comes to US administration. Biden could reduce on Iran. We know, as you pointed out, that connectivity is a key pillar of this relationship between Tehran and New Delhi, and Chabahar is at the cornerstone given the fact that it provides India with connectivity to Central Asia and beyond, and especially to Afghanistan. India, in fact, has sent cranes recently to the Chabahar port. That will, of course, see increased usage of the Chabahar port, connectivity being the main geopolitical currency these times. But largely, if we talk about this visit shows that how New Delhi considers Iran as a key pillar when it comes to its West Asia policy, and also shows that how New Delhi has good relationship with all the countries in West Asia, whether it's Tehran or whether it's Riyadh, given the fact that we know the divergence or how things are happening, or we have seen how relationship has gone downhill between Iran and Saudi Arabia. So it's essentially a reach out visit, a visit to show that India is there with Iran, and of course India considers Iran as part of its extended neighborhood, and this increased high-level engagement with the Indian External Affairs Minister going to the country 2 times shows that this high-level momentum will continue. In fact, when the Indian External Affairs Minister had visited Iran last month, he had given a message of the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulating the President-elect as well. But the big focus, of course, will be on how Iran and West navigate their relationship. Will there be a change in Iran's stance, given there has been already a change in the government in Washington as well? Things are still evolving as of now, but this is the right moment where new bonds can be created.
Sudan, thank you very much for bringing us all the latest details on that story there.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.